Hey y'all, welcome back to another vlog, Life with Angie. It's your girl Angie, and we are going to talk about my experience in Paris. It wasn't given that glamour. It wasn't given the Paris that I saw on TV. So I was like, what the heck? Quite interested. So let's get to it. Paris, okay? So we took a fast track train from London to Paris, okay? We already had our ticket. That was really pretty easy for us. It was amazing. It's set up like Penn Station. You know how Penn Station was set up, like it has a big screen with all the destination, the train and stuff like that. It was easy for us to find the track. We got into the train just like how the fast track train is, the Amtrak in New York. It's just the same way. It was pretty smooth. We had no issue with that. It took us about like 2 hours, I believe, to get to Paris on the fast track. When we got to Paris, guys, is when everything started to happen. So, being from New York, I always hear follow the crowd. Wherever you see the crowd going, that's where you need to go. So we pretty much follow the crowd. But once we got off of the track and into, I guess you call the main area where everybody's trying to find where they go, like the actual train station of Paris, it wasn't what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know if my expectation is just way too high. But one thing I can definitely say, and this will be another video, but one of my don'ts, what is happening? One of my don'ts that I would tell you is do not bring big luggage if you are traveling to Europe. Anywhere in Europe, don't travel with big bags. Guys, I had a huge bag. I had a carry-on, and then I had a book bag. And y'all, when I tell you I struggled being in Europe, going up them stairs and stuff, oh my God. But Paris is even worse. First of all, when we ask somebody where we should go so that we can get a cab or something like that, when we asked the man said that we could actually take another train because it was like 3 stops. And when we Googled it, it was 3 stops to the hotel, right? So we're like, you know what? Let's tour Paris. Let's get the feeling that we are in Paris. So, y'all, this is where we got lost. So he was telling us to go right, and then it didn't look like that was where we're supposed to go. So we went left, and then we were going all over the place in the train station, and then we saw this lady. Well, we're talking to this man, and there's a lot of people that don't know English. Of course, you're in Paris, it's French, right? But I would think at least it would be somewhat easy to find somebody that speaks English. It was not easy to find somebody that speaks English. But when we were talking to a man, a lady walked past and she started speaking English with us. So I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. She was so amazing. I did not even get her name. But you know, the world is a very small world. So if this get to her, thank you so much. If you remember my face, thank you so much for helping us in Paris, because you saved our life, literally. So she helped us even with our luggage. She brought us downstairs. And then she realized that we didn't have tickets, so she had to bring us somewhere to get ticket. Y'all, at this moment, I was following the lady. I did not know what was going on with Danilia. By the time I look around, I realized that like something was broken on her luggage. So I was like, Daniela, what happened to your luggage? She said, I don't know if she fell down or the luggage fell down and she was trying to catch it and it broke. The handle of it broke. So Daniela was already checked out. She wasn't in the mood. And the reason why we decided to take the train is because for all the places that we went, like we could have took the train to a hotel, but we've been taking cabs, and like the last cab fare that we paid was, I think it was in London. We paid like about like 6 to 8 pounds, and that was a lot. And literally we could have took the train. There was a train right there. So it was like, you know what? This is 3 stops. Let's take the train. But what we did not know, that they did not have lift. In other words, lift is elevator, what they call it lift in Europe. They did not have any lift. And guys, we had to go downstairs, on top of stairs. Mind you, I had a big luggage. Because your girl don't know how to pack. It's not that I don't know how to pack, but I just don't know what I'm gonna wear, what I'm feeling for. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 different countries. I don't know what I'm gonna wear or where we're gonna go. So I packed quite a few stuff. It wasn't bad. I had like just an extra 3 outfits. But yeah, I had a lot of stuff. No, I don't think I had a small luggage, you know. I think my carry-on was the book bag that I had, but my actual luggage was the huge one. It was the big one. So, you know, you have the 3 set. I had the big one, so it was very heavy. And plus, I was overweight. So, praise Jesus. So, anyways, we finally got there, and I was just so disgusted and just so... It wasn't given. It wasn't given Paris. Like, it wasn't given Paris. It was given ratchet. It was given ghetto. It was given, where the hell are we? Yeah, it wasn't given. But we kept going, and we were looking at each other like, oh my gosh, are we in the right place? Where are we? This could not be Paris. This is not the idea that we have for Paris. This is not the expectation. Was our expectation too high? What the heck? Anyways, we had the same setup just like Penn Station. So we had to walk to the track. And again, y'all, stairs. And I tell you, I was sweating, okay? So when we finally got to the station, to the track, when we look and we're looking on Google, we're looking on the name, that's not where we're supposed to go. Because you see how New York, we have up like the where you're going, like where you're at and what's the last stop, or the name of that this direction, whatever. You know how New York's set up. Like, for example, you say Wakefield to 41st, whatever. It had that, and it was not where we're supposed to go. So we had to go back downstairs again. Thank God for a Frenchman. Oh, shatababasa. Glory to God. A Frenchman came along, y'all, to our rescue. And the Frenchman was like, do you need help? He was asking that, do you need help? So then it was like, yeah. Because, you know, Daniel is in there. I didn't say anything because I'm like, dear Jesus. So he was so thick. He was a big guy, and he was blessed. Anyways, he took my big bag. I wish I had my suitcase to show y'all. He took my big bag. He took and Danilia bag, and he carried it. When I tell you those bags were so heavy, the man carried it like it was nothing. And then it was like, oh, we have to go down there as well, like another level. And he was like, no problem. So he took it, both the bags, and brought them down. And we looked at him, we're like, okay, Frenchman. Our expression of Paris and the people was just warming, welcoming. They knew we were tourists. First of all, when we did get to the other side and then we got on the train, everybody was looking at us crazy. Because first of all, they would probably say like, where the hell are they going with these big bags? And they knew we were different not from here. Not because we had the suitcase, but ain't nobody else have suitcase that big on the train. Yeah, the train was very packed. We finally got off, and then we had to walk like a 3-5 minutes to the hotel. Y'all, I'm gonna insert a clip right here, because when we stepped up, and again, y'all, we had to walk up a flight of stairs again. When I tell you, if you're going to Paris, do not bring any luggage. Bring a book bag. And if you're bringing luggage, bring a carry-on one, because I'm telling you, you're going to suffer. You are going to suffer. Okay? I promise you, you're going to suffer. It ain't no joke. But when we finally got out and we're like, oh, we're here, my mouth dropped. So watch the clip. It wasn't giving that glamour. It wasn't giving the Paris that I saw on TV. So I was like, what the heck? I don't know. I feel like, just like how people talk about New York and being from New York, it's like, what do you see? in New York? Why do you want to come to New York? I mean, Times Square, yeah, but why do you want to come to New York? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not how they have New York on the TV in movies is not what we see those who live there. So that was just my experience. When I started, I was like, it's not it. So we kept walking and walking and walking, and y'all, we got lost again, because we passed the hotel about like 5 times and didn't realize that was the hotel. And GPS at this time, Daniela was over it. Like, our feet was hurting, we were sweating, we were tired from the luggage picking up. Y'all, what I tell you? Oh my God, thinking about it again, I can't. It was so much that was going on. Y'all, so much was going on. When we finally looked and we saw the name, I was like, Daniela, this is it. So we walked in there, it was so small, and the lady was like, oh, you know, this is one of the branch, but this is not where your booking is at. And we were kind of happy, but we were also kind of mad because it was like, oh my, are you kidding me? So we end up had to get a cab anyways. So they called a cab for us. We got there. We were literally about like 45 minutes away from a hotel. So, you know, we had to pay a good amount of money in euro to get to where we need to be at. When we finally got there, we were like, okay, now this is looking like Paris. All right. Thank you very much, because that was not given at all. If that is where they put us at, I would have been so mad because it was not given. But where we went to, where we're at, it was given. The overall experience in the hotel was literally a 9 out of 10. I took 1 off because the food that we ate the first night, because we're tired, we still wanted to do, you know, the tour and do some stuff the first day. We did not want to waste that day at all. So we were so tired, we didn't eat yet. So we ended up going back to the hotel and eating food at the hotel. And when I tell you, it was so disgusting. It literally hurt our stomach the next day. So I do not recommend you eat at the hotels. Yeah, no. And it wasn't water, because we definitely got spring water and all of that. It was the food. But anyways, yeah. Don't do that. I'm having flashback. Definitely do not eat from the hotels. That's just what, that's just my recommendation and my suggestion to you. You don't have to do it. You can try it, but yeah, don't. If we had followed our minds and followed my mind, and if we weren't so tired, we would have definitely ate somewhere else. Or if we had Googled, you would have realized that there was several other restaurants near the hotel, but we didn't do that. We were just so tired and so exhausted because of all that we did with the baggage and getting lost and then going on the tour. And yeah, we were just tired and we did not eat at all. So that was that. All right, so the first day we did a little tour, we got back home, we got back to the hotel. Well, I say home. We got back to the hotel, we ate that nasty food. It was nasty. The next day we did a tour again, but we made sure we had breakfast, okay? We made sure we got something to eat before we went on the road. So that was amazing. We went to, I think it's Sardellas in the Kit Hotel. Yeah, it will be in the description below, because I don't remember the pronunciation of it. But that restaurant was absolutely amazing. It is known to be a brunch area, and when I tell you 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Y'all, when I tell you, I've never ate a food that made me shed a tear or two. Like, it was top notch, top tier. Everything was absolutely amazing. I mean, this is a life I want to live. This is a life that I've always dreamt of. And just being able to experience all that feeling and to experience all of that in Paris, oh, I thank God. Because I mean, looking back at things that I've gone through, at times where I felt like something like this would have never happened, and to experience it, and now to reflect, and now it's hitting me that it did actually happen, like I'm not dreaming and I wasn't dreaming, is everything. Everything. It was everything. We toured the place. We again, because we weren't able to tour the entire place the first day, so we did a tour again. We even went to a rooftop restaurant that was in a historical building, and it was so amazing, y'all. The view was amazing. We're able to see the tower from the restaurant. I mean, a dream, literally a dream. Paris was a dream, y'all. When I tell you it was such a dream, it was such a dream. We're able to see all the historical places. We're able to take multiple pictures by the tower. We even saw different views of where you could take pictures of the tower. I mean, I got pictures from every angle for the tower. Like, you can't tell me nothing. I have pictures for days when it comes to that. And just being able to reflect and to see these places that my mom is not able to, or haven't got the opportunity yet to see, or my father haven't got the opportunity yet to see, none of my family haven't got the opportunity yet to see, but I was able to see that. Oh, it hits different now, I tell y'all. It hits different. But let me tell you, I ain't stopped there, because when we were on the tour, y'all, we got in an accident. We got in an accident. So let me tell y'all about it, because this video gonna be so long, but let me tell y'all about it. We had to make a stop because I guess the person who was driving, which was the lady, her time was up or whatever. So they made a stop at one of their stops. People came off. We were there waiting for a little while. They switched drivers, and it was a man. And y'all, we were going to, I forgot where we were going, but it's like people were trying to cross, but it wasn't their time to cross. And he kept blowing them, and every time he will get off the brake and drive, people will try to run in the road, and he had to brake. So we were braking, and mind you, we were at the top of the bus and it's open. So I was by the railing side, and thank God, because they be telling you, they said, don't be standing up. Because I promise you, if I was standing up at that very moment, I would have been out the bus, and God knows what would have happened to me. So thank God that did not happen. We praise Jesus. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yeah, so break, and we were like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And they did it. We were like, oh. I was like, all right, now, what you doing? So at that time, I kind of had my phone up because I was already vlogging. And y'all, when I tell you, that man hit into the wall of the historical building, and we got in an accident. Yo, because he was driving crazy already, but it's the fact that, like, is it your first time? And all the people on the bus, they were white. We were all the black people out there, and they looked so scared because this lady, she almost fly right in the front of the bus. I'm like, Jesus, imagine I come to Paris to be in an accident. Like, I should have just laid flat on the floor and said I was hurt to get some of that money. I should have did that. But anyways, as from that, the tour was good. And yeah, I highly recommend that when you go to these places, and if you're not spending like a week or 5 days, I highly recommend that you do a tour, one of those tour bus, because we had it for 24 hours. So we're able to do half one of the day and then do a full day pretty much on the next day. And it was worth it. It was worth it. Absolutely worth it. We're able to see all the historical places. It was a hop on and off bus. So we could have hopped off and took pictures or hop back on. That was amazing because we save a lot of money. You save a lot of money with cab and other transportation with just getting these buses. And we did the same thing in London. We weren't able to do it in Ireland. I don't know if that was an option, but we didn't look for it. We didn't have that option, but it was given to us for London and for Paris, and it was amazing. It was definitely worth it. Highly recommend that you do that. So another thing that I want to talk about with my Paris experience, I know this is a long video and there's a lot that's been said, but I wanted to just do one video and get it over with, because apparently you guys like the long videos. It seems like it. So y'all, I had KFC in Paris, And when we went in there, it was all black people, all African people. And when I tell you that KFC is better than Jamaican KFC, and I'm not lying. I don't know, because I haven't had Jamaican KFC in a long time, but a lot changed with Jamaican KFC recipe. I don't know what's going on. But Paris, when you talk about the crispiness, when you talk about the seasoned, when you talk about well fried, Paris got it. Paris got it. Paris got it. I mean, I bought a few, I think it was chicken wings or something like that. And I was like, okay, because Daniel got hungry, I got hungry too, and we end up walking. I mean, we walked for like 3 minutes. We literally realized that there was so many restaurants back there. And if we knew KFC was there, y'all, we would have been devouring KFC. I ain't gonna lie to you, because it was busting. So we took a chance, and I got, I think, a 4-piece. When I got to the hotel, I had it, I was like, this is amazing. So I ordered more on Uber Eats, right? And when I ordered more on Uber Eats, I just ordered like 4, and I ended up getting a bucket. When I tell y'all, I ate, and then the next day I ate, and on the plane I ate again, because I was really trying to bring that back to, you know, America for friends and family to taste, because it was amazing. It didn't make it. It didn't make it. So my overall experience in Paris, y'all, was a 10 out of 10. Despite the craziness, yeah, it was a 10 out of 10. The tower was not what I expected. I feel like when we went, like, there was a lot of cleaning and construction taking place on the buildings and historical buildings. The tower was being fixed or improved or maintained. That's the word, maintained. So there was a lot of cover up. There was even men on the very top of it working, and that was scary to see, because child. But yeah, it's not what it seems like, and it's not what it looks like in the TV or in pictures, right? It's very dull, it's very rusty, and again, it's been there for years, I get it. But I feel like whenever you go into these places, it's good to have your expectation of what you want to see, but don't have it too high. Don't set your expectation based on what you see people post, because they're what they consider influencers. So they will edit it and they will make it seem like, wow, it is this thing. They're content creators. They're gonna create content to capture your eyes, right? But yeah, it was cool. I've always wanted to see, so it was a dream regardless, and something that I definitely check off my bucket list. But it definitely not what we see on the TV, and it definitely not what you see these influencers be putting out. Because some of the places be ratchet, it be ghetto, but it was still a dream to be at Paris, and I'm so glad that I was able to experience that. So y'all, I hope you enjoy this vlog, and hope you enjoy and hearing my experience in Paris. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me below. But don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and don't forget to click on that notification bell. And your girl is out.